Hello, dear viewer. I know it's been a while, but today I'm going to answer some more questions. No, actually, today I'm going to take Angry Joe to task. Why, do you ask? Well, recently there was a video put out by a Mr. Marshall Horror. There's your plug, buddy. Anyhow, the link's down below if you want to see it, yada yada yada. Basically, the argument is Angry Joe a good reviewer or not? Is he worth watching or not? Does he have the facts straight or not? Well, let's take a look at his most recent video and try to find out what we can find out, shall we? Brace yourselves. I think the look on my face should pretty much telegraph what I think of this man. In my opinion, he is a talentless, unfunny, and rather worthless guy to watch. Why? Well, let's take a look. Before I move on, I'd like to address you, the fanboys. Look, you're not gonna like my video. Why are you still watching? You know that all I'm going to say about Angry Joe are basically truths that you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear that he's inaccurate. You don't want to hear that he's untalented, and you don't want to hear that he mugs the camera too much. You like his stuff. Good for you! Go ride his cock. Go ride his banana. And in honor of this fake banana that I keep around, see, it's fake, I'm not interested in your opinion. So, today I'm going to try something fun. Those of you who want to come and defend his honor or whatever, I don't give a crap. I'm going to answer each and every one of your comments with, I don't give a crap, for this video. Sorry, I just don't want to hear about it. Sorry. The rest of you, let's take a look at his video.
This is a great little game. Somewhere back there is a great little game.
Now, aside from the fact that he's using my SF Fedora font, God damn you, Joe, that font was mine! We meet the adversity of having to sit through an Angry Joe review within its opening seconds. You see the world's biggest ham, and coming from that guy with the glasses.com, that really means he has to compete for that questionable honor. We see the world's biggest ham motioning in the most exaggerated and fake way. You see, it's hard to take a reviewer seriously when they come off this fake.
Magica came literally out of nowhere and sold 30,000 copies in less than 24 hours. That's pretty damn good coming from an independent developer.
And here we have our first inaccuracy. No, Joe, Paradox didn't just come out of nowhere. They're the ones distributing the game, after all. This is one of the problems I have with you, Joe. You're poor on your homework. Paradox has been around since 1998, and they actually own the rights to things you might have heard of, like, I don't know, Conan the Barbarian? They tend to back history simulation games like Victoria and Two Thrones. No, not this game. This game. It doesn't surprise me that you wouldn't have heard of them, since you only seem to play the super popular flashy games, Joe. Magica itself was created by a group of students in Sweden. Sure, not too shabby. But to say that they came out of nowhere is disingenuous. Tell the whole story, Joe! I mean, imagine saying Tetris came out of nowhere to sell X amount of copies. If it was just Alexei Pajitnov selling the game without the commercial backing of big-name companies like Nintendo and Atari, the game might not even be known today.
And it delivers what I enjoy the most. 4-player cooperative campaign through the entire single-player experience.
Wait, what?
4-player cooperative campaign through the entire single-player experience.
So, you like your single-player experience to involve more than one player? What? That makes no sense, Joe! Do you bother to proofread what you... No, of course not. You're only concerned with getting your mug on as many videos as possible. Of course you don't check to see if what you're going to say next is a contradiction in terms. 4 players, say it with me now, means automatically that it is not a single-player game. Duh. And people hail you as a competent reviewer. For shame. Me can play 4 players in 1-player mode. Yay! Dumbass.
For only $10 freaking dollars, this game packs a massive amount of value.
Tons of calories for only 50 freaking cents.
You know, I can't help but get the feeling he wants to sell you something. Most likely he's waiting for that glorious day when the video game industry is finally willing to give him a job as a corporate shill. He's making sure right now to let you know he's not above selling out. Hell, the fact that he's on thatguywiththeglasses.com is already proof of that. Why won't you return his call, Spike TV? Why? And no, Magica is not an indie game. It's backed by a corporation. You want indie, you should check out guys like SuckerFreeGames.com, for example, who are the true face of the indie programmer.
The great thing about the game is how much fun it is to play.
And the best thing about this food is that it's delicious. You should buy it. And there you have it. Another thing that bugs me about his reviews. He always peppers his reviews with these vague, corporate-sounding little blurbs that don't really mean anything. Could you be a little more specific, Joe? I mean, it is the point of a game to be fun, is it not?
That is, once you get past the extremely awkward controls. So awkward that it was initially sapping all of the fun out of the game for me.
God damn it, Joe, make up your mind! It's either so much fun to play, or the controls sap the fun out of it. Which is it? Some kid already went and bought the game without seeing the entire video, and now that's $10 he'll wish he'd spent on porn. Guaranteed.
Hang in there. Once you get past the steep learning curve of the controls, you'll be queuing up magic attacks and combining spells like you were a natural. And there's actually a bigger sense of achievement when you figure out how all this stuff works. And to be honest, it's not all that complicated.
Wait, if it's not all that complicated, why would anyone feel any sense of achievement? Stop contradicting yourself! So, within the span of 17 seconds, you went from saying that the controls are awkward and have a high, steep learning curve to, oh wait, I'm lying, it's not that complicated. Make up your mind!
You can mix and match the spells as you discover new and interesting spells that these things combine to create. Half the fun of the game is discovering them all. My favorite, and a really powerful one that I discovered, is ice, which is a combination of water and cold.
You really discovered that all by yourself, huh? Water and cold equals ice. Bravo! Bravo, buddy. You deserve a medal.
So it goes, ice, ice, ice. Ice.
Ice. What the fuck is this? Be normal!
And Earth. Likely the most powerful spell in the game, at least that I've seen so far. A one-hit kill for most little dudes, and it takes down bosses like that.
Yeah, that was the most powerful thing he could think up, kids, to spam the same spell 4 times and then add Earth as an afterthought. I bet that brilliant move took him all of 30 seconds to concoct. Then again, I could be gravely overestimating his mental prowess here.